Previously, we have seen how to write a simple expression based on a story. What if we have a more complicated story, and we need to write a more complicated expression? Let's see an example of a story that might call for a more complicated expression. Suppose a college charges $115 per credit tuition. In addition, they charge a $25 technology fee, a $130 student services fee, and a $15 per credit distance learning fee for online classes. Alice is completing her degree online, so all of her credits are subject to the distance learning fee. Write an expression in terms of C, the number of credits Alice takes, for the amount that Alice must pay the college. The very first thing I'm going to do in a problem like this is make a note of what my variable represents. In real life, and in more complicated problems, this is a choice that I'll have to make. But in exercises like this, the variable is given to me. Next, I'm going to mock up kind of a skeleton of my expression. And to do that, I'm going to look at the big picture of what's happening in this story. The big picture is Alice is being charged money in various ways. Now, we know what happens when we're charged a whole bunch of different fees. They're all added together. So, what are the various charges that Alice is having? She's being charged for tuition. She's being charged a technology fee. She's being charged a student services fee. And she's being charged a distance learning fee. Now we take on each of these fees individually. For her tuition, let's go back into the story and find information about tuition. In the story, we're told that the tuition is $115 per credit. That means every credit is $115. The tuition will be 115 times the number of credits. How many credits is she taking? That's my variable C. So I'll have 115C. Okay, that's not so bad. What about the technology fee? I'm going to go back to the story and look for information about the technology fee. In the story, I see that it says it's a $25 technology fee. And I'm going to look carefully, but it looks like the technology fee is just $25. It's not per credit. So the technology fee is just 25. No C, because it doesn't matter how many credits. Okay. The next fee is the student services fee. I'm going back to the story again and looking for the information about the student services fee. And the story is telling me that that's $130. Again, not per credit, just flat. And then the last fee is the distance learning fee. Let's see here. It says the distance learning fee is $15 per credit. So that's going to be 15 times the number of credits. So 15C. Now I'm going to go back and check. Did I miss anything in the problem? So I've accounted for the tuition, the technology fee, the student services fee, and the per credit distant learning fee. Okay. I'm not just saying, did I use every number? Because there might be numbers that don't actually matter. Instead, I'm saying, did I use everything that affects what Alice paid? And it looks like I did. Now I'm going to put everything together. So Alice paid her tuition. That was $115C. She paid her technology fee. That was $25. She paid her student services fee. That was $130. And she paid her distance learning fee. That was $15C. So now I've written a more complicated expression from a story. My last step, if I feel like it, would be to simplify this expression if I wanted to. All right, I have two C terms. 115 plus 15 is going to give me 130C. I have two constant terms. 25 plus 130 is going to give me 155. At this point, of course, we're already done with the story. So what was the process here? First, we wrote down what the variable represents. In this problem, that was given to us, but as we go on to work with more complicated problems, it won't be necessarily. Then, we looked at the big picture and sketched an outline for our expression. At this point, we used words. Right? We just had an expression that had words in it. Then, we looked back at the story to fill in the outline. And at that point, we used numbers and variables. We checked back with the story. Did we miss anything that was relevant to our problem? And then, once we knew that we had everything we needed, we filled in our expression. It's important that first we look at the big picture, and then we fill in the details. Otherwise, we just end up with a big pile of numbers and variables with no real direction.